Okay, so we got the dark truth why the NBA is dying from Hoop Reports. Okay, why is the NBA dying?
For nearly 2 decades, I've been a passionate NBA superfan following every season without fail.
Dang.
All the way to the hoop. Scoop to the hoop with a foul. Points 71 and 72.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball is more than just a sport for me. It's a way of life. And honestly, I can't imagine a world without Steph Curry draining impossible threes, LeBron James crying to the refs, or watching freakishly athletic
How? What?
James crying to the refs, or watching
Bro, what is he doing? I still have no idea who is more over dramatic. Soccer players or basketball players?
freakishly athletic players defy gravity.
What is this basketball court? Bro, why does it look like not real? This looks like a video game court with like really good graphics. This is kind of like unnerving.
He just evaporated the Kings defense.
Damn.
Lately, however,
Wait. NBA ratings have been disastrously bad to start 2024-2025 season. Per awful announcing, ratings for ESPN's doubleheader on opening night, we were down a whopping 42% from the 2023 season a month ago. Okay.
there's been a lot of buzz about the NBA losing its grip in the world of entertainment.
Losing its grip from the world of entertainment. So that just goes to show you that even the super fan of this sport admits at the end of the day, this is just entertainment. Competitive integrity takes a back seat to entertainment. Let that sink in.
LeBron is divisive. He makes the game unattractive.
NBA Finals numbers down massively.
Ladies and gentlemen, the truth is, viewership is declining, fans are tuning out, and honestly,
Why?
the numbers don't lie.
So me personally, I just have never been really like that captivated by sports. Like I played sports as a little kid. I played baseball. I played soccer a couple years. I played like nothing serious. I mean, there was like a couple league seasons I did when I was a little kid. The only time I played basketball was like at PE in school. Never really got into tennis. Never got into golf. What else? I was not built for football, but I played like with my friends. Like we played football, but like
Ratings have dropped a staggering 48% since 2012
That's
and
crazy.
28% just this year on ESPN alone.
Like if I was big basketball, I would be trying my damnedest to try to hide the concurrent numbers. Because at the end of the day, I mean, I have no idea. Because like if you look on like a YouTube video or something, you can see how many views there are on a YouTube video. You can't see how many people are watching like a basketball game. And even less so for football, because like anytime the NFL Super Bowl rolls around, which is like super like the NFL guys, whenever they're trying to sell a license for you to like stream the NFL, it's like if you want to like stream it, you simply either can't, or it costs a literal like both of your arms and legs to try to be able to stream that stuff, because it's like you want to watch the NFL, it's going to be in this one spot. And because you can only see it on this one spot, that's why everyone's trying to sell ads and stuff, like specifically the Super Bowl, because there's only one spot to go to. I just wish it would be, I don't, like, if you're big sports league of XYZ sport, you are probably wanting to celebrate your W's when you have like a very like break records of like, oh, this is like a all-time record. We got this many so-and-so people concurrently watching. Great. Versus like having like a live update feed of like, oh no, ratings are down. Not a lot of people are watching. You want to hide that, right? In order to give the illusion that, oh, it's still popular. All right, everyone's watching. Come on, guys, come watch.
Meanwhile, other sports leagues are breaking records.
Oh, I didn't know that. So what? Basketball down, other sports up, but why?
Troubling trend. And in today's video, I'll share my own perspective as a superfan, along with insights from experts and fans around the world to explore the big question: why is the NBA dying?
You know how much league pass costs?
Like league pass, and you don't even get all the games.
You don't even get the games in your own city.
Yeah, you don't get the Laker game.
Yeah.
On the floor. Technical foul, Luka.
He waved him off. Appears that way. And somebody else, or is it Udoka out?
What is this? Like,
Westbrook sneaks inside. 7 for Westbrook. Technical foul on Westbrook.
Have you ever watched a game where
so what? Technical fouls? Because there's more and more technical fouls, it's making the game unattractive and like kind of painful to watch.
an NBA player just gives another a simple glare, and boom, they're slapped with a technical foul?
What?
Or how about a player clapping in frustration only to get hit with a tech?
Oh, yeah. He's really upset with himself. Call for
What is that? What is that? Like, is that... I don't even know what that means.
technical.
It's crazy to think, but stuff like this is actually happening in the NBA right now.
Turnaround jumper, foul Morant. And John's got to watch his reaction. He already is sitting on one technical foul. He's got ejected.
This seems like a clown show. Because I know what tends to happen in sports, period. If you feel like you're losing in sports, it is a common trend, and this is like, I think most highlighted by soccer. If another player comes in contact with you at all, regardless of how much of the amount of force it takes to like change your like momentum or whatever, it's very common practice for you to just simply over dramatize the force or the contact and just like fall on the ground laughing, start reeling in pain like a clown in order to give the illusion that you're in like a more pain than you actually are in. Like the player caused that, and I need some free points because of that. I need a free shot on the goal. I need to hit some free throws because he touched me while I was taking my shot, or whatever the rules are. It's like, this is a very common thing.
I get it, this is basketball, not WWE. But the NBA and its referees have gotten so soft that even the slightest hints of drama get shut down with a whistle. And honestly, this is just one of the reasons viewership is dropping. Because here's the thing, drama sells.
Pretty play, a 9.
Drama does sell, but then you also have to take into account when people start leaving your entertainment thing, they're not being entertained. Which means you're not meeting their needs, and they're going to go to some other sport, which does meet their needs.
9-1 run, Minnesota. Oh, come on, man. No way.
Take the UFC for
Like, I am all for competitive integrity, like in competition, but what seems to me, and this is just like from an outsider perspective, is that they are taking the technical fouls a little too seriously. Seemingly, just from the clips I've seen, not knowing anything about nothing, but like from just the clips, it seems like there is like, I don't know why the refs are doing it. Maybe they're paid or what have you. Or maybe like they go to the ref meeting and it's like, okay, we really got to crack down on technical fouls or whatever. So even if, like, I don't know the rulings on technical fouls, but like it seems like they are making a mountain out of a molehill when two players come in contact with each other, is what it seems.
For example, when Conor McGregor was in his prime and gearing up to fight Floyd Mayweather, the drama was off the charts.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
that is peak cinema right here. Mayweather, he just sitting back, chilling, like boy, this boy don't even know. He don't even know what he don't know. He's just sitting there, like. Meanwhile, Conor's doing his like big old peacocking thing of I'm gonna knock this boy out.
I mean, those press conferences alone were pulling in more views than some NBA Finals games.
Yeah, what happened to this? Like, they're not even fighting and they're being massively entertaining.
Don't believe me? Check this out.
Yeah, 7 years ago, 8.4 million views. Understandably, it wasn't 8.4, but 7 million years ago. Like, at the time, it's probably like a million or maybe 2 million, and then it like spikes up and then peters off, understandably. But in order to get this type of thing in team sports, like it's very hard, I would imagine, versus like individual sports, like 1v1. You can make so much more drama, and it's like very easy to understand, like 1v1 drama versus like team v team drama, because whenever you have a team versus a team, there's like an aspect of like groupthink going on, and it's like the degree of scrutiny within the thinking of like the individual like gets tossed out the door of like it's just a group of people versus like another group of people and they're just gonna butt heads. But like whenever you can put like a singular person versus a singular person, it's like oh it's a clashing of ideas.
The Toronto press conference for Mayweather versus McGregor racked up 8.4 million views on YouTube alone. Now, compare that to the 2020 NBA Bubble Finals, which averaged
Oh, wow.
just 7.4 million viewers.
Where are they pulling these numbers from?
The power of drama. And yet, the NBA wants no part of it. For example,
I mean, understandable. Save the drama for your mama. That saying comes to mind. But look at the numbers. What did the numbers say? People like drama. So save the drama for the audience.
Giannis got a technical here for simply looking at Al Horford after a dunk.
Let me see this. Like,
the NBA wants no part of it.
Okay, he's like right here. He's got like an Oreo thing going on. He's got like black shirt, and then a white uniform. Okay. So he goes up.
Example.
He's up.
Giannis got a technical here for simply looking at Al Horford after a dunk.
Yeah, he did nothing. No physical contact. Like, what is like the ruling, like the actual paragraph on technical fouls in the NBA? Because if it has to do with like looks, like looking at someone wrong, that is the most hilarious dog shit rule I have ever heard.
Jason Tatum got hit with one here for just hanging on the rim after making a big play.
So, what, you can't taunt or anything? Or it's like I understand there's like a degree of like safety going on. You know, you don't want to hang on the rim, you could break the glass, but you kind of do want to hang on the rim because you don't want to go up and down with someone and potentially just like fall on them at the same time. You know, if you're going to go up and do a dunk, you just want to hang there for a sec, let the other guy go down and let them clear the area. It's like, okay, it went in, you know it went in, now clear the area and let me get down, like drop down. That type of mindset. But then there's also from like the old NBA of like when you hit a dunk and you hang on the rim, it's like kind of a taunt, like bragging rights, like the dances in the NFL. It's like, oh, I'm gonna hang on the rim. The longer I hang on, the cooler it is, type of deal. And it's like you're just delaying the game or something like that. So I kind of understand it from like both sides, and I don't know like what's the right way to like rule it, but like that kind of seems, it does seem silly to hit the dude with a TK, like or what is that called, like a TF, like a technical foul, just for hanging on the rim for like an extra second or two.
And then here's Jokic, the league's best player, getting ejected over, well, basically nothing.
What'd he do?
This will be a technical.
Oh, this guy?
Oh, they threw Jokic out of the game.
What'd he do?
Giannis got a technical here for simply looking at Al Horford after a dunk.
Okay.
Jason Tatum got hit with one here for just hanging on the rim after making a big play. And then
Now, this dude, the blue guy.
and here's Jokic, the league's best player, getting
What did he do?
ejected over, well, basically nothing.
This will be a technical.
Oh,
They threw him out, but why? I'm all for throwing like players out for the game if they did something wrong. But what did he do?
threw Jokic out of the game.
I get that the NBA wants to avoid another Malice in the Palace incident, but
Oh, what's the malice in the palace? I don't know. What is just this like a big old fight, bro? This is like an average hockey game if you put this shit in hockey, or like some of the old baseball games where you got like the whole dugout running out. That shit is fucking great. Does the NBA not know the audience? Look at this guy. Look at this guy. This is the best like example. He sees the fight and he's like, yes, let there be blood. This is, look, almost everybody. This lady is smiling. This dude's smiling. He's like videotaping the thing. This guy like right here. He's like doing the soy face. Look at this lady right up here. She's like, ah! People love this shit, dude. And again, I'll restate it. You put this situation in hockey, this is just like an average, not even game in hockey. This is an average period in hockey.
But this complete lack of drama and technical fouls at every corner is turning fans away. Bulls fans booing the refs for ejecting Jokic shows how bad of a call it is. My dad took my 9-year-old nephew to his first basketball game, and his favorite player got ejected early in the third for nothing. This is absolutely disgusting. And this one, which perfectly sums up the 2025 season. Refs got more highlights than anybody that got drafted this year.
Damn.
That's outrageous. What happened tonight, this is completely BS. This is shame.
Like again, I'm all for competitive integrity in sports, and that's what I would want to lean towards, competitive integrity. But in this case, like this is too radical, it seems. When someone can just seemingly do a normal basketball play but then get ejected for, like, I don't even know what that what is it called? What's his name? Jokic? I don't know how to say it. For doing nothing. I'm like, I'm sitting there head scratching.
Officials who are too quick to blow their whistles, eject players, or change the outcome of games while eliminating any possible drama are just one of the many reasons NBA viewership is in a free fall.
We've got breaking news. LeBron is a Laker.
Breaking news. Kevin Durant is headed to Phoenix.
Portland is sending Damian Lillard to the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis and Dame, that is a scary thought.
Piggybacking on my earlier point about the lack of drama, another reason NBA viewership is dropping is the complete lack of heated rivalries.
Oh.
The other thing is the rivalries with the NBA. I'm not gonna hold you. I want that. I miss that. I liked it when people didn't like each other and was really trying to go at each other.
People. This is another thing. Players want fairness. Audience people that watch it, want the opposite of fairness. They want bias. They want rivalry. They want to see people they want a heel. They want to watch the WWE, but with the guise of basketball. That's what they want. It's more entertaining. And you said in the beginning, this is an entertainment thing. And you have people that are not being entertaining.
In the UFC, for example, we want to see John Jones fight Tom Aspinall, not watch them train together and be buddies. The reality is, NBA players switch teams faster than a game of hot potato these days. As a result,
Roster Mania? Wait. Are they going through Roster Mania? This is a thing in video games.
The reality is, NBA players switch teams faster than a game of hot potato these days.
Okay, so from the player's perspective, it's not good business to make rivals because you could potentially end up on a team where you have like a rivalry because you switch teams and you don't want to be in that work environment of you hate this guy and you have to work with this guy for the next year or 2 or 3 or however long until you get switched to the next team. Okay, very understandable. Ah, man, like it's all coming together. I get it now. Nobody wants roster mania. This is a thing that happens in competitive FPS. Players just swap teams all willy-nilly after every season. It's like, oh, the one team that won everything can stay together, maybe. But then all the other teams are like, we don't, for XYZ reasons, we feel that this player change is going to help us win the next tournament, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no shit, no one, like an average video game fan does not equal, have the same value as like an NBA fan, all right? It's because people are becoming more and more invested and attracted to being like, having like a stronger tie to like an individual than a team. That's what it is. It's no longer the team. Nobody wants the team jersey anymore. People want the individual's jersey.
As a result, there aren't many rivalries anymore, and rivalries bring drama. And as I mentioned earlier, drama sells.
Yeah, so players do not want drama. Audience does want drama, but the audience can also sniff out fake drama. All right, let that sink in as well. Audience members can also sniff out fake drama. All right.
Which is another area the NBA is lacking right now.
Maybe that's just maybe that little toxic side of me. You feel me? I just like controversy.
Not just individual players, but like doesn't even feel like there's team rivalries anymore. Like a Lakers-Celtics game, it's like whatever now, you know?
Kevin Durant, for example. He's one of the greatest players of the last decade, but how can home fans get emotionally invested when he leaves his team every couple of years? Then there's LeBron James. While many of the younger generation consider him the GOAT, he's notorious for jumping ship whenever the going gets tough. By constantly avoiding long-term battles, he's also avoided building the kind of rivalries that fans crave. And now, according to...
That is kind of like... But like, what's the converse? When you're a little kid and you're playing sports, it's the thing that you're supposed to show at either the beginning or the end of a game is good sportsmanship. That's what's built in when you're a little kid. You either the beginning or the end. You do walk the line back to the other team. You go, good game, good game, good game, good game, good game, good game. You got all that jazz sinking into you as a little kid, but then as an adult in all of these big leagues, you never see the teams walking past each other anymore, going good game, good game, good game, good game, because I mean, that does show like good sportsmanship, competitive integrity. Everyone's going to try to be honest, so on and so forth. But then there's other things that come into play, like if you're like a mid-tier level or even a lower level like NBA player, and you retaining your position on a team is going to be dictated by how many points you score or whatever your statistics are, you are kind of incentivized to kind of do not so nice things to the other team in any way, shape, or form that you can. Things that you wouldn't have done as a little kid. And a little kid, like if you're a little kid playing sports, you're just like, try your hardest, do your best, and that's about it. But then all that gets washed away when there's a bunch of you're on a team of superstars, and you know you're in some situations where like you're the superstar's superstar. You are the one out of like a 100,000 person. In the case of LeBron James or Steph Curry, and you have to take on this like a supporting role or something like that. So you want to like maintain that paycheck in the NBA. So if you got to do what you got to do, and you have that like type of mindset of like, oh, I'm gonna do a fake TK or what do I say TK? A fake tactical foul just so my star player can like keep on like getting all the points. Like I'm gonna do that.
What I heard recently, he's reportedly interested in teaming up with Golden State and joining arguably his biggest rival, Steph Curry. All because his Lakers experiment has turned into a complete disaster. Where's the loyalty? Where's the drama?
There is a difference between loyalty to a team versus loyalty to the sport. You know, if you're a player, like, and this is like going into like a philosophical thing of, I don't even know how to start it or whatever. I'm just gonna keep going.
Then, like I said, whenever young players try to create rivalries, like Jalen Green and Cade Cunningham, the NBA is quick to blow the whistle and put out the fire immediately.
Now finds Jalen Green.
Damn.
We did it. We did it.
He's like walking towards him and shit.
As one fan put it, the fact they gave a tech for that summarizes everything wrong with today's soft NBA. God forbid somebody show some emotion.
That was clean.
The other day, I came home exhausted and just wanted to relax by watching my favorite team play basketball. I fire up my league pass and then, bam, I get hit with this.
This game is not available live on NBA League Pass because it's being broadcast, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, for some reason, the NBA blocks out home games for everyone on their League Pass app, making it ridiculously hard for fans to watch their favorite team.
Yeah, that's completely retarded.
So you got to buy cable for your own teams, and then you got to buy League Pass to get the League Pass stuff.
Yeah, that's completely retarded. That should not be. If you get the League Pass, it should be for the entire team, for the entire season. That makes zero sense. But it does make sense whenever NBA has a either official or unofficial kind of agreement with Basic Cable. Hey, Basic Cable, if we sell our League Pass to you, we'll block out all the local games for people trying to watch on our League Pass, but then you show some of our games on Basic Cable. Okay, that sounds fair.
So what ends up happening is the distribution of games now. They're harder to find.
Look at this Reddit post from 2 years ago that really sums things up. I have TNT as well as League Pass, but it won't let me watch the Bucks-Warriors game on TNT due to a regional blackout. What the am I supposed to do? Why the does the NBA make it so hard to watch their product?
They make it hard to watch the product, and whenever you can, it's a bad product. So that's why people are leaving. don't be surprised when people start to leave.
To which someone replied, "It's really funny to me. I live in Vegas, but I can't watch the Clippers or Kings. If I move to a different zip code 10 minutes east, I also cannot watch the Lakers on top of the Clippers and Kings. They just make up." The truth is, many NBA fans have a specific team they love to watch, usually their home team. But the NBA makes it so frustrating to follow them.
Yep.
Oftentimes, you don't know if the game is going to play on League Pass, TNT, ESPN, or some other random channel.
To me, this form of entertainment seems bad. So because of that, I would just stop supporting it in all areas and simply find a better form of media that caters to me and what I want to see. That is what a normal person should do. That would be my advice.
With all this hassle, it's so much easier to just tune into something else, especially in a world overflowing with entertainment options. This is yet another reason why NBA viewership keeps dropping.
You know what I mean? Words was thrown out there that shouldn't be thrown out there between, you know what I mean, two men. And so that kind of just drew the line for me. And I'm one of those, once you're on one side, bro, you stay in there.
You might be wondering why I included that clip of Paul George on his podcast, where he shares why he's no longer a fan of Chris Paul in a video titled, "Why the NBA is Dying."
Dang.
Well, let me explain, or better yet, let this man explain.
So Podcast P, I wanted to pull this up before I say it. This season, 10 games played, 16 podcast episodes, salary $49 million.
Wait, so this guy has a podcast, but oh wait, this is just for the year? No.
Are you getting paid for the podcast or you getting paid to play? How you got more podcast episodes than games played, nigga?
How do you have more podcasts than games played? That's hilarious, dude.
Story Mode featuring Jamal Crawford, the Drew Holiday episode, season 3 premiere. Paul George has been dropping podcast after podcast on his Podcast P channel, and while they're great episodes, they highlight a trend among NBA players that they don't seem to care about the league anymore. To them, the NBA feels like a stepping stone or a paycheck.
It feels like a stepping stone or a paycheck. I mean, that's a good ass paycheck. Are you kidding me? Over 50 mil a year? Bro. That is beyond a life-changing amount of money. That is crazy. I can't even imagine that. Even if I were to like get like $1 million, I think I would like quit my job. Do that 50 times over. Because, well, here's the thing. I don't think the money is enough. Especially in the case of that guy for like 50 million year on year. And this is the thing that people this is the trend I see. It's not enough to just be rich anymore. It's just not. You want to be, well, certain people want recognition, notoriety. They want to be accepted in the public for whatever reason. That's going to be up to every other person. But simply being like a no-name rich person, that's not enough. They want to be, I don't know, loved or something. They want to be, maybe they could have like good intentions. Maybe they want to be like shed light on something that would be otherwise mysterious. I mean, I don't know exactly. I mean, a lot of people are, with the advent of the internet and social media, a lot of people, and also people not having kids anymore, a lot of people are just lonely and they just want like a friend to just bullshit with. All right. So you could be fulfilling that aspect of people's lives in that sense.
And you know what? The fans can feel that vibe.
I don't like the NBA.
Why not the NBA?
Don't give a
Anyway, when it comes to Paul George specifically, just listen to what this one Philly fan had to say.
I just slept until 5 p.m. And I woke up and looked at my phone, and I see a Paul George podcast featuring Reggie Jackson. The day after Paul George drops 2 points and leaves the game with another leg injury.
It wouldn't be fair to put all the blame on Paul George because this is a much bigger league-wide trend. Take Zion Williamson, for example. One of the most hyped prospects in recent NBA history. Instead of focusing on the game, he seems to care more about food than basketball.
Is it hard to diet?
And one thing I think that some of these guys could be missing is, and I don't know, I could be wrong, is the relatability. These guys may view, I mean, like you said before, they view it as like a stepping stone to getting money, which I don't think is like a crazy thing to say. Most people view their own job as like just a thing they do to make money. It just so happens that these guys were lucky and skilled enough to be good at basketball and be drafted into the NBA and get crazy good paychecks. I mean, I'd love to do that, but me and my not even 6 foot having ass that's not happening. But yeah, there's a ton of people that don't even like their job. They just simply tolerate it just for the money, just so that they can have like a means, some resources to do the thing that they like. A lot of the times, like people don't really, I think people don't really do things like organically that contribute to society in like a non-entertaining in a non-entertaining way. So like if you leave people to their devices with resources, they will probably engage in like, no one's gonna be like go up and be like, I'm gonna go make a city, or I'm gonna go learn how to be an architect, I'm gonna go get good at math, I'm gonna go get good at chemistry and like build like a medicine or something. And you know, these things are like very like hard to do, versus something like go be an artist, go get good at sports, go learn to make music, something more creative. And you know, I understand there's like a little blending of these topics, like entertainment versus non-entertainment type of jobs. All right, I acknowledge that.
At your age?
Jeez.
Be honest.
Since it's you, I'll be real. There are times when I will say that, man, that shit hard. It's hard, man. Like 20, 22, got a lot of money. It feel like all the money in the world, man.
But what I was initially talking about that I was just spun off into a rant is the guys that are like doing this as a means to an end, what they lose is their relatability to the people that they are entertaining. If I see like some podcast bro and he's on there, and I don't know any of these people to be honest, if I see like crown, gigantic necklace, double necklace, triple necklace, Mr. T levels of necklaces, I don't know, some expensive alcohol or something, like nice clothes, everything, like you can have like some knowledge to drop and be like educational about it, but like as far as trying to relate to someone, I think it's very hard. Just in your own display of the information of yourself, like your background or whatever. I mean, it's hard.
Then there's Ben Simmons, once hailed as the next LeBron James. He's earning tens of millions of dollars, but still hasn't bothered to develop a jump shot. I mean, in this clip, he misses practically every mid-range jumper. And let's not forget the countless other players who just show up to play, but don't seem to care whether they win or lose.
The NBA, you lose, you still getting money. And I know for sure, like, after you lose, you're like, damn, I lost. You be hurt.
Yeah, no other job well, I think, well, I'm probably wrong. Like, if you were to evaluate your performance at a job, you will eventually get fired. And this happens to like NBA players, but it depends on the contract, I imagine. Like, you get signed on for like, let's say 1 year. Okay, your year of performance, if you do good that year, there's a strong chance that you can get hired next year for like another year of like stuff or whatever. But like, if you do even like mediocre or bad, you have like a minimum, like a steel floor that you just cannot fall below. But that also can affect your higher ability for the next year. So it's
Look at your bank account, $35 million. College, you really lose, you're done.
That's it.
I know this doesn't apply to every player. Some genuinely care about winning, and
Yeah.
that's the reason why fans love them. But the harsh truth is that the majority of players, even some superstars, don't seem to show that passion. And if they
Damn.
don't care, why should viewers bother tuning in?
Damn, laying it out. That's
In
a
the
good
words
point.
of the great Steph Curry, we can tell Donald Trump, night, night.
I'm not here to dive into politics, but another big reason the NBA is losing viewership is its polarizing stance on political issues.
LeBron James calls Trump a bum as athletes defend Steph Curry. That's not a name call, you bum.
Me and my friends call each other that all the time. I'm not his friend though. I don't want to see that on the note. He's not my friend.
Again, I'm not picking sides or saying which side is better, but the reality is when the NBA
Oh yeah, when people come here or to like watch a game, they do not want, I would imagine it's the same for video games. Like when people play a video game, they don't want to have like any recollection of like real world issues. They don't give a shit. They want escapism. I think the people that watch like sports, they want to have a form of escapism as well. They don't want anything to be political. They don't want nothing in there. Just play the game, be entertaining.
chooses one side of the political spectrum, they alienate the other side of their viewers.
If there's a poll I'd be interested in, is the following. What percentage of MLB players give to the left and the right? What percentage of NHL players give to the left and the right?
Ooh.
NBA and NFL. Which one do you think is going to be majority of the money being given to the left?
NBA.
100%. And it won't even be close.
Damn, lost a fan.
Dang.
I remember why I don't watch the NBA anymore. And this is the main reason I don't watch the NBA anymore.
Dang.
Now, I'm not saying it's wrong for NBA players to speak out about the state of the country or share their opinions on who they prefer in the White House. But based on what I've seen, it's clearly bad for business.
Yeah.
You don't lose all the viewers from the opposing political side, but you definitely lose a chunk of them.
Because it ruins the immersion. That's why.
And when you combine that with the lack of drama, overly abusive referees, the difficulty of watching games, and players who don't seem to care about winning, you end up with the perfect storm for plummeting viewership. Oh, and I haven't even touched on the three-point shooting yet, which is...
Oh yeah, that's the meta, the current meta of basketball. Like scores being always going into the hundreds, and just like the team runs to one side, goes to the three, gets a little bit behind it. There's no possible way he could sink this. They give him enough room, don't put any pressure on him. And then he's just like, oh, sunk it. And then the other team goes to the other side of the court and they do the same thing.
Made some games almost unbearable to watch. The three-point shot was revolutionary when Steph Curry came out of nowhere, hitting impossible shots from half court. It was exciting, it was fresh. But now, when the three-point shot has become a cold, calculated algorithm, like what the Celtics are doing right now, it loses its magic.
Just like the backflip in like the X Games, like bicycle bullshit, or like the 1080 in skateboarding with Tony Hawk, or like that was it like the front flip and the back flip in like motocross type of deal. Like everybody can do this trick. Everybody can start sinking threes. All right, it's not like flashy ooh-ah anymore.
Entertainment is just too easy to find these days. Netflix, YouTube, Amazon Prime, TikTok, UFC, you name it.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, the NBA just signed a massive new deal and made
NBA signs 11-year media agreement with Walt Disney. Oh boy. Company NBC Universal and Amazon Prime Video through 2035 and 36 season.
more money than ever, but that doesn't change the fact that viewership is falling.
Oh boy.
If the league wants to bounce back and dominate the entertainment world again, they need to seriously rethink many aspects of their business. Not that I'll ever stop watching, though. As a super fan, I can't get enough of the NBA. I mean, did you all catch the game where Jordan Poole took down Nikola Jokic in a showdown absolutely no one saw coming? On a night when Jokic dropped a career-high 56 points? Yeah, Jordan Poole straight up turned into Steph Curry that night and completely took over against the best player in the world. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, don't worry, because I've got the whole story for you right over here.
Nice. Dang. That was actually, like, I like that. That was a cool ass video, dude. Hoop Reports. Like, I don't watch basketball at all, but this was banger. That was so interesting. I love this, dude. I'm a fan now. Yeah, I think you did great, dude. Like, with all the, I mean, I didn't really consider the, like, I had no idea that the TK, or why does he TK? The technical foul thing was like that rampant. I didn't know about like the blackouts of like the certain areas. What else? I didn't really know about the, what do you call it? The players not really giving a shit. Like, oh, no passion, no more. Like, I knew about the, like, the no rivalry thing. And like the kind of the politics, this is like always a thing, but maybe it's just like becoming more and more prevalent because it's not enough to just be, like you said, in the NBA making big money. You know, you got to have your own YouTube channel. You got to have your own social media where you start spouting you like your own opinions on your own stuff or whatever. I mean, I get it, but yeah. Huh. Very revealing. Very. But no, man, thanks for making a great video. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, later.